Hi Lux, I am Sayed Zoor. I am a second year grad at Scalescope Technology and BITS Pilani. I'm doing a computer science major here. And I am an AI. Over the last 2 years, I worked at different professions, you can say. I worked as an AI engineer, an eval engineer. I founded a startup, generated some revenue, did some pilot, and then eventually pivoted from that. I am also a teacher, as a guest instructor, and a host and a speaker at different tech conferences. So yeah, that's what my journey is. Eventually, by growing up, I always wondered, I was always fascinated by people building in a small group of people building in some technologies that is used by a million of people and that influenced a million of people. I was very influenced by Elon and Mark, and the time the SpaceX got his rocket after back from Mars, it was like crazy. I was in 10th standard there. So from that moment, I started loving tech. I started having curiosity in the tech section, and that's what made me to choose this section. And eventually, when I started the tech career, it was like 3 years back, 2.5 years back. The rapid space which was evolving was AI, and in the AI space particularly models were coming in, they were solving intelligent questions, they were abundant, it was doing a lot of code, it was doing a lot of theory, it was doing a lot of reasoning, and all of these things are happening. And one question that always stuck into my mind when I see the live implementation of chat based models and other conversational models, that these systems, when they are deployed on a small scale, when they are directly into user hands, perform so well, but when we need to split it into a use case or compliant it into a use case where it gets very great and it solves a real governance problem, that is where the problem of turning intelligence into infrastructure comes. And that's what made me to build Varia, which was a platform where we can create AI agents, have eval, orchestration, memory, and context handling setup, everything about of the agents, and use them deterministically or on the basis of temperatures and everything in these specific workflows. And one my hot take on the AI space is that upon coming up and seeing the best of best models coming in, Fable just released 3-4 days ago, the critical bottleneck in the AI industry will not be the models or would not be the intelligence, but would be the data itself. Because what now is happening, like the internet is full of generated data and sloppy data. As we have also reached the dead internet theory, the internet is looking for pre-2022 data when internet was of considering human generated data. So yeah, data would be a bottleneck because it's on the recursive loop of training models on a generated data itself. So that would be one hindrance, and I think synthetic data would be a best option. What is currently the best and optimal option to solve this? And I'm also very excited how these synthetic data pipelines and synthetic data models can solve synthetic data pipelines with the help of current existing models can solve the data abundance issue. And yeah, that was me. Thank you.